Hi everybody, today we're going to discuss how to create a contact sheet using Adobe Lightroom CC 2015. So once you launch your application, we're going to begin in the library module. And here in the library module, you will see that I have the grid view selected, alright, so I can see all the images in the catalog. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to select the first of my 36 images that I'm going to select to create the contact sheet. So you'll see image number 1 here is selected, and I'm going to come down and I'm going to find image number 36. I'm going to hold down the shift key and select it, click it. You're going to see that when I do that, by holding the shift key down, it's going to select all the consecutive images in between 1 and 36. Okay, and you'll see that those images are also selected down here in the film strip. Now, in order to make our contact sheet, we're going to have to navigate over to the print module, which is right up here between slideshow and web. So go ahead and click the print module. Now, once here, you're going to see that even though we have 36 images selected, you may only have one big image showing up on the page, and that's okay because by default in the template browser you may have a different option chosen. Like for example, in mine, by default I had maximum size selected, and it's only showing one image that's filling up the whole page. But we're going to change that, okay? So if we come back over here to the template browser, I want you to come down and find 5x8 contact sheet and select it. Okay, there you're going to see that once you select 5x8 contact sheet, all of a sudden all of your images appear on this one page. Okay, now in this case you may find that it's selecting, even though we have 36 images, it's showing 40. And so what we need to do is come right here in our little menu here where it says use all film strip photos. We want to select this and choose only selected photos. And you'll see by choosing only selected photos, some of the images go away. So right now we know that right now we are only seeing 36 images here instead of 40. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come to the right hand column and we're going to come down to layout. We're going to start with margins, and what I want you to do is make sure that each of the margins is set to 0.25. So you can click on the number, type in 0.25, hit the tab key, 0.25, tab key, 0.25, and then right here at bottom we're going to leave it at 0.56. Okay? And then hit the tab key. Now, the next option is page grid. This option right here for rows and columns is what's going to allow us to change the number of images that appear on this contact sheet. So for rows we're going to type in 6, hit the tab key, and then columns, hit 6 and the tab key. And you're going to see that, look, immediately we now have 36 images that are filling up the frame. And so I want to make sure that my spacing, you can adjust this and you'll see that it makes it smaller. We're going to leave that alone. Horizontal is going to be left alone. Cell size is going to be left alone. The next option that we're going to come down to, scroll down near the bottom, and you're going to see this option right here that says photo info and file name. We want to make sure that the photo info box is checked. And if you see this menu here, if you click on it, you'll see that you have all these other options. We want to make sure that file name is selected. And what that's doing for us is it's showing that each image, it's showing the file name under every single frame. So when we go and review the contact sheet, we can actually have a file name that we can reference for our critique or conversation in class. Okay, finally, to complete this process, we're going to come down to print job. Now, everybody, this is where the process is going to change slightly depending on whether you're a Mac user or a PC user. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Mac users first. All right, so if you are using a Mac computer, what you're going to want is to make sure that you have printer chosen here. So you see that you have JPEG file or printer. So for Mac users, you want printer, and then you want to just leave everything else alone. And actually, we'll turn draft mode printing off. We want to make sure that print resolution is set to 240 ppi. All right. Print sharpening is low. Media type, you just leave it as glossy. Okay. Color management, managed by printer. Leave that alone. And then we're going to come down and choose printer. And when we do that, you'll see that a print dialog box comes up. Down in the bottom left-hand corner, you're going to see an option that says PDF. So click on that and choose Save as PDF. As the Save As, you're gonna title your file based on my directions, which is your last name _ first name dash 36 strangers, and then dash CS. And the CS stands for contact sheet. So we're going to save that to the desktop, and then you can click Save, and then you'll see right up here it's telling you that it's preparing the print job, and then when it's done, this little progress bar will disappear. Now you see it may take a little bit because it's producing a high-res contact sheet for us to view. Okay. So now for the PC folks, this is where things are going to get a little bit different for you. So now, unfortunately, PC users in Lightroom, it will not give you the option when you hit File Printer, it will not give you the option of the to create a PDF. So what you all need to do is come here to Printer and choose JPEG file. You're going to change your resolution to 240 by clicking on it. Hit Tab, and then everything else is going to stay the same. JPEG quality will be 100. Profile will be Adobe RGB. Everything else will stay the same, and you will choose Print to File. And then again, last name _ first dash assignment name 36 strangers dash CS for contact sheet. You can save it to your desktop. Save, and you'll see that it'll also print the job the same way it did for the PDF.